Welcome back, guys and girls, to the final part of Lilylake Estate. And what do you know? I'm deleting the entire garden. I wasn't pleased with it. I think I said it in the first or second video. I can't remember. But I was not happy about it. So this is what I just decided. This is what I'm going to start with. I have been putting it off to do this final part because just like I knew I had to redo the garden and the furnishing and everything was just taking so much time. And I've been very busy this week. I mean, it's been insane. Either way, it's finally ready now. I'm really happy that I did finish it. I didn't furnish every room. The guest house won't be furnished because, first of all, well, basically I couldn't really bother with it. But second of all, I felt like it's good to leave some rooms empty because if you need to add something or you want to, when you download the house, you feel like, well, I would like to do this and I would like to have this instead, or a gym or whatever. There is room. You can just remodel it to your heart's content and just change everything. What I'm using the grass floor is just trying to map out garden patches and how I would like it to be. I mean, my intention from the start was that this was going to be a modernized castle. It wasn't going to have that typical castle feel, old-fashioned. But I still wanted the garden to feel at the same time entertaining and homey, that you would actually want to spend time in the garden. But at the same time, I wanted it to feel classy, if you get what I mean. So organized and at the same time very relaxed in a way. So it's probably going to take like the first 10 minutes probably about the garden, but it's when I did it, I had a feeling I just knew what I wanted to do. And those ivy that I put in I think was the part one. When I moved the entire building, because I did move it in the beginning of this video just a few squares ahead because I didn't want that much space at the front. I think it deleted a bit of the ivy, so I noticed that from time and again that there's like the patches missing and it just looks weird. So here I am trying to attempt to build a greenhouse. Does end up a greenhouse. It doesn't end up like this because I wasn't really sure what to do it. And I mean, building a greenhouse without having a foundation is pretty easy, but building a greenhouse with a foundation is not really easy at all. So I ended up googling images of how other people's have been making greenhouse. And it's this technique where you just place everything with move objects, and I think it looks really pretty. It's really, really pretty. Speaking of greenhouses, I bet you all have seen that the new expansion pack Seasons is finally coming out. I can't wait. I'll definitely check it out. As soon as it comes, I'll probably buy it and make a video just checking out everything. But yeah, I'm really excited. And according to the trailer, I think there was supposed to be a glass roof. I don't know if it's like an attachable, like it's an object that you put on the roof, or they've changed the entire tool, like the roof tool. So it would be like changing the color of the roof, but it would be glass instead. That would be pretty cool, and it would definitely make everything a lot easier. When you want to make glass roofs, especially this kind. So I'm really excited. I haven't really looked up anything around it, like because they probably have posted infos and whatnot. I have not looked that up. But I just haven't really been. I don't know. I just haven't really had the time. I've been playing lots of City Skylines lately. You should check that out. There's a Let's Play on my channel. enough about that. It's just like trying to put flowers in and bushes and try to make a bit more the way it should have been. Because that first attempt of making the garden I don't know what I was thinking, was just like complete, how do you say, just a mess. But there is a maze here. You see the maze, a proper maze this time. Your Sims should be able to walk all the way through. There might be some little area that's not accessible, but that's okay. And I'm trying to make, my intention was also to make several different areas where you could hang out and just spend time together. So there's a pool in the courtyard, and there's a pool here. My idea was in the courtyard. It is a pool. Your Sims can swim in it. But the idea of that was just, it was supposed to be some kind of pond. But the reason why I used a pool is because a pond the game wouldn't let me build a pond on foundation. So it ends up like this instead. So this ends up going to be a playground. I don't have there's the toddler stuff pack or whatever it is. That would become pretty handy right now to have those little playground things for toddlers. But I don't own that stuff pack. I think it is. I don't plan on buying it either. It's just no. So this little side of the castle does turn into a little forest patch, just because I didn't really know what else to put there. So there's going to be it's going to be a well and a little like fire pit. Yeah, I really like the greenhouse. I like that little area. It's going to develop even more the further we get on into the video. But it really turns out like this kind of gardener's paradise, and it's really cozy. Here I'm just like painting in some pathways, imagining people have been walking around the forest. When you think about it, if like proper estates back in the day, they have this. Well, of course, the grounds and the gardens and everything was so much more, bigger and more lavish. But there were always forest patches, and so that was my idea, that they have a little forest patch, although that's like a size small. But I like it. I really like what it's turning into, and I did not forget a mailbox or the bins at the front, although the game wouldn't let me if I would forget the mailbox. It's just I keep forgetting. I always forget to put the mailbox in, so whenever I load up the build again and I continue building, there's a mailbox that pops up in the entrance in the big hallway. It's a little bit weird because I always want to go in to the Sims view, like like the camera view, and then I get met with a mailbox right in my face. I really like those windows. They have that purple stained glass. It has such an effect to it. I don't know really what I'm doing. I'm just trying to experiment with windows. I mean with the curtains, because I like those curtains which I'm using now, but I wanted some a bit more grand, because this is a master suite. Do you say suite? I mean the bedroom has an ensuite. But what defines a bedroom to a suite? I actually suites. I don't know. It's a master bedroom technically, and I've tried to really I wanted to make feel grand. And there's a little seating area, quite a big seating area, and there's going to be a wardrobe. And yes, it's a really nice room. I think. No, I don't put a fireplace in this bedroom. I do put a fireplace in the. There's going to be another double bedroom, on the top floor. More like I don't know, like a guest room or whatever. And there's going to be a fireplace in that part. So me just placing curtains everywhere, and I'm going to go back and change all the colours on it. That's what I do. And Yeah, I did make the bathrooms because I counted them. I think that what was the number again? I think 7 bathrooms, and that's not 7 or 8 bathrooms. I'm not actually entirely sure. There's loads, so your Sims definitely won't be, how to say, hogging the loo. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, here you see, I'm suddenly seeing that missing ivy and the missing pillars. Um, yeah, this turns into a little kid's bedroom. First, I wasn't planning on being that too decorative with the bedrooms, and tried to make them quite generic, but I ended up a little decorative, but most of it is they're quite bland. Um, it's not really that much going on. But this section of the castle, you're going to see in a bit, it's going to be like the entire, like the kids area. So there are 2 kids' bedroom, and they have a shared bathroom. Not a shared, I mean, you have to access it through the hallway, but they have a bathroom, and then they have a playroom. And then the good thing is about the playroom, because it has that open balcony down to the tower bit, where there's a seating area down below, like down to the living room section. So I thought that was quite handy, because that means if you see right there that well, I was imagining like the parents, if they were sitting down there just lounging around, taking it easy, and then the kids could be playing up in this playroom and uh, doing their business. And I mean, well, this is, of course, this is Sims, so it wouldn't work like that. But you would just be imagining like the parents would still know what the kids are doing, because they would be able to hear them. Um, so they wouldn't have to be in the same room, but they could hear what there was going on. So if there was a fight going on, they would know, and they would definitely know who was starting it. So these shelves all around the walls, I thought that was a pretty cool idea, and my idea was that I was going to put books all around it. It didn't really work. Well, it did work, but I had to use move objects, because these shelves in Sims there's rarely anything that fits on it. So I didn't end up putting books on all of them, but that's okay. So this is the toddler. I was supposed to be nursery, but I ended up being a toddler room instead, because I mean, nursery you only need a crib, but a toddler room would be a bit more fun to do. It has really funky wallpapers, which was a bit interesting. I don't know. I just went with it, and it turned out really, a really funky room in a way. So it's very big, but it's like toys. There's like lots of flowers. In real life, you wouldn't be able to have flower pots in a toddler's room. Definitely not on the floor, because they would just knock them over and be digging in them and that kind of thing. So this is the laundry room. It's next to the kitchen. The funny thing is, I decided to put like that spa tub in the corner. It's a bit interesting to have a little spa section next to the, like in the laundry room, but I don't know. I just thought that could be quite a fun idea to have. Also, in the house I grew up, we did have a bathtub in the laundry room. So taking a bath, and then all suddenly your mum is knocking on the door like that she needs to do the laundry. That was a bit. It wasn't really that exciting. But we did used to have a curtain that we just drew, so at least you wouldn't be seen. Either way, it's just filling up the space. So now I'm starting to work on the top floor. As you see, all the hallways and the grand hallway, where you see all the way up, they're all the same wallpaper. I use the same rugs, same lamps. Very very simple. This is the servant quarters. And so I wasn't planning on furnishing this part, but I did it anyway, just so you would get the idea of what it would look like. That the servants, they would have their own bedrooms, and they would have their own kitchen, dining / common room sort of kind of thing, and they would have one shared bathroom. This is really tucked in there. And this is going to be the guest room. Oh, not really. It was, I mean, I just wanted an extra bedroom. To see the potential. Technically, there is a guest house, so this room doesn't really is not needed, but it could still be a guest room. I don't know. And there's another room. I do furnish the bathroom, but I do not furnish the second room because there's one more room on this floor. I do not furnish that one because I feel like the home itself has everything it needs, and there's quite a lot of stuff that's there already. So, and I wanted to leave. That was my intention from the start, that I wasn't going to plan on furnishing everything. Just because, I mean, there's so many rooms. But I'm actually surprised because the only room I did end up leaving empty is, I think there's one room on the bottom floor and there's one room on the top floor. Otherwise, every other room is furnished except the guest house. So that's pretty, that's okay. So there's definitely places you can just expand to. Maybe you could have like an art room where you could paint, or you could have a gym, or you could have other kinds of recreations. So you see, I'm just placing a few of these stone benches around the place, and just like fixing up some details. So now I'm doing the seating outside. There is no barbecue. I did place that because first of all, I didn't really know where to place it. But there's lots of little seating areas, and that's part of your table. But it's easy to just put a barbecue in. So this is the lounge area. I did this method where I put them together. Your Sims won't be able to reach the chairs, but they'll be able to sit on the what they call the ottomans. So this is me. When I go into the decorations category, I keep finding new things. I'm like, ooh, what's this and what's that? And just just putting things in. I thought I really like this little nook with the statue. It's not sure still if it really fits the area, but that kind of part of the section of the garden. I've said that before. It's like it's supposed to be the gardener's paradise, so it's a labyrinth, a greenhouse, and a little bit of flowery statues. And here I'm just putting in all the outdoor lighting. Trying to make sure I don't put out too much. Just like a little details. Basically. Just making it a little bit more, how do you say? Stuff happens. Sort of. So this is, I'm just working on the pool. I'm placing those turtles because I thought they looked very nice. You can imagine that would be a mama turtle swimming with her baby turtles. I don't know. The intention with that pool was supposed to be a lap pool, so you could exercise and swim. And the other pool would be more like relaxing. So I'm just looking, just searching for the finishing touches. Just making everything look very neat and organized and tidy and beautiful. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching this 3-part speed build. I'm finally done. The castle is up and ready for download on the gallery, and the link is in the description below. And subscribe, like, do whatever to your heart's content. I do not upload every day. I did try to do that. I didn't have time for it. But I do try to upload a few times a week, maybe 2-3 times a week. So yeah, I hope you have a great day. Oh, I hope you had a great day. And I'll see you next time. Bye!
Unfolds a form of human soul. To ask it for a reason, for something more. From this old horse. And come what will, your hands were filled. One day you will die. And so will I. Put that aside. I wouldn't worry, no, it's just a ride without a reason, but there is a rhyme between the needing and the waste of time, inventing reasons. That pushes from where it is pulled. The blindness of the story stem from the overwhelming need to make the devil holy. Not like the birds, wings stitched joins the crowd and feels the glare of feathered things surrounding. It learns their walk, but when they fly, there it stays standing. Not like the birds, wings stitched on. Peter out like a grave, growing cold. In the hull of a bell, weighing gold. Hand-me-downs like old paint, all dried up. Mother's words so absurd, so right on. Crawl away from the car. Crawl away from the car. More and more. Always more. In that tale of the girl begging apple cores, a Jane Eyre kind of poor. Crawl away from the car. Crawl away from the cart. Everything second-hand, stitched and old. Never waste, never want, yet always want. Just a slight easy taste of the shine. That sickly egg, sticky wet, a trap for flies. Crawl away from the car. Crawl away from the car. her car.